WBC champion Deontay Wilder clears the air and exposes, quote, lion-ass Johnny Nelson. Bomb Squad! Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1.
So my man called me, right? He said, yo, D. I said, what's up? He said, you heard about the rumors that been going on around about you? I said, what rumors? Who said so? He said, yeah. He said, Johnny. I said, Johnny who? He said, Johnny Nelson. I said, Johnny Nelson? So Johnny got bitch tendencies now too? He said, yep. I said, wow. Wow. It's crazy. So Johnny went around, I guess he had the Holy Ghost spirit inside of him to mention my name, and he said that me and Klitchko sparred on various of occasions. And that, in fact, Klitchko knocked me out cold and dropped me with a body shot. Keep in mind that Klitchko ain't thrown a body shot in 11 damn years. But all of a sudden, it had to be me. Why me? He had to drop in sparring. I've only been to Klitchko camp only one time. And out of that month of sparring, I held my own very, very well. Ask about me. I also was the top sparring partner. I did over 50-some plus rounds with him as well too. So all of a sudden, this mysterious, untold story, sparring war story about me and Klitchko just not coming out. Come on, man. Please. People with bitch tendencies, I tell you, a grown man to go around and spread rumors and lies. It's crazy. Then he go on to say that I went to the British, I went to the AJ and Joshua fight among the 90,000 people, and my attitude changed, that I had a willing heart to fight AJ. Nigga, what you talking about? I've been had that same willing heart before I even came and touch my feet on your soul. I've been had that same determination. And calling out, I want to unify the division. So what are you talking about? This ain't just happened. I've been had that. Then he gonna go on to say that when Joshua beat Klitchko, that my attitude changed. That I feel like this is not a soft, touchy fight anymore. That is gonna be harder than what I thought. My dude, what's the difference between Tyson Fury being Klitchko and AJ? When Fury had an easier time than AJ. So what? If anything, I'm gonna think the opposite. I just seen the man do the opposite of what this man did. Fury had an easier time. So in anything, I'm thinking I'm gonna whoop that ass. If anything, so don't hype these people up, Johnny. Don't hype them up. You know, if you gonna do it, at least say the truth about it. You already know. I don't play around, man. This ain't no game for me. I don't do boxing just to do it. I do it because I want to hurt and I want to bring the pain. But it's okay. Build it up, then. Keep building it up. Keep building it up. Because the only thing that I was thinking about in that fight, and I seen that fight, the only attitude that I had is how I'm gonna whoop his ass like Norbert E. Cassidy did your ass in '92, my dude.
Nelson there, hanging on grimly. Looks almost spent, Johnny Nelson. Can't believe it. One there on the back of the head, and down goes Nelson.
That's what I thought about the fight. So I can't wait. Boxing may have originated in the UK, but them belts coming back to the good US of A. Trust me. Trust me. Because I'm an American assassin. I'm the American assassin. And you know what? I'm bringing my 338 Lapua Magnum. Yep, it's a Savage. Along with my AX50, .50 cal with that Night Force S scope on that bitch. lock and loaded. Zooming in on the competition. So you know that's a knockout. I'm like Chris Kyle in the boxing ring. So you know that's lights out. I'm a king around these parts. I want to fight. You want to fight? Then the fight's out. But I can't wait. Oh boy, that's going to be a good night out. I swear to God. I swear to God. All sanctioned bodies, all the major sanctioned bodies, please, I'm begging you to put all the mandatories aside for this one night, for this one occasion, for this big unification bout, where we can seize the world for one moment in time and be crowned the undisputed, the undefeated, the baddest man on the planet, to have one champion, one face, one name, and that's Deontay Wilder. Please, sanction the body, let's make this fight happen. Please. This is a fight that can't go on for years. This is a fight that shouldn't go on for no more than a year. It must happen. Let's make it happen so we can see who's the best in the world. Straight up. It's USA versus everybody around here, baby. Let's get it.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, the bell notification icon if you want to join and become part of notification gang when the video drops. Now, WBC champion, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder, he just recently posted on social media the clip you've seen at the beginning, and he's exposing Johnny Nelson for what he believes to be a lie. Now, I don't know the situation. All I know is what's been put in front. They say there's two sides to every story. This is Wilder's version of what happened. Now, just to give you guys a backstory in case you're out of the loop, Johnny Nelson, who works with Sky Sports, frequent collaborator, former fighter, he did an interview, and I believe he said that Anthony Joshua will beat Wilder easy because one of the reasons he cited was that in the Klitchko sparring, we all know there's pictures, sir, you could just Google it, surfacing the net, that Wilder sparred Klitchko. There's a picture with them next to each other. I don't know if it's someone's birthday, but it looks like they had a birthday cake and everything. A simple Google search will retrieve these results. Now, in that sparring camp, Johnny Nelson, he states and he claims that Wilder got knocked out not once, but twice by WLADIMIR Klitchko in sparring. So headgear, bigger gloves, all of that. And Wilder was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. And he exposes, quote unquote, lying ass Johnny Nelson. That's what it says in his caption. So I don't know. Wilder, you heard what he had to say. I don't know what happened in the Klitschko camp. I mean, it'll be interesting if Klitschko, who's probably on vacation after a tough fight with Anthony Joshua, it'll be interesting to see if he responds. My thing is this. Again, I'm not there, so I don't know what happened. I can't confirm or deny anything. I could just give my opinion based on the two stories. Just like court, you know what I mean? This is no different. You go to court, and one person says, hey, this person stole $2,500 from me, and it wasn't a gift. And the other one's like, hey, they give it to me as a gift. So you have to hear both sides, just like Judge Judy or Joe Brown. You mean to tell me you had $4 and gave the other lady? You know what I mean? And you have to decipher based on the information provided what you believe to be the truth. Now, this is my thing. For Johnny Nelson, no shade to him, but I want to know how he knows. Was he there? Because I didn't really see that portion of the interview, right? I just kind of got the cliff notes. So I want to know, was he there or was this hearsay? Because that's kind of foul if you just go off of hearsay, you don't hear it from the horse's mouth. Did Klitschko tell you this? I know Wilder, if he's gonna make this video, he didn't tell you this. So where are you getting this information? And again, getting information is one thing. Like, it's especially if you didn't hear it from the man himself, like Klitschko or Wilder, especially if you weren't there. So I don't know. I just want more information, I guess, as far as the Wilder side of things. And this is the thing. For sparring, that sparring happened. This is my other question. Like I said, I'm gonna treat this like a court case. My other question would be, it's not Klitschko got pop. Klitschko got power. So, you know what I mean? It's not out of the question. I'm not doubting that he can knock someone out in sparring. I mean, he has more knockouts than most of these young fighters have fights. He has like 55, 56 knockouts. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know it's like in the 50 to 60 range, right? A ton of fights. So I'm not doubting. We all know Klitschko has power. He even sat down Anthony Joshua in a pro fight. So, I mean, just because you have a little bit bigger gloves, that ain't padding like where it's going to save you from a known puncher. But this is my other issue. My question is, why now? Why would it just come out now when Wilder's been a champion for years at this point, had title defenses, and it just seems weird that it would, because when they sparred, this was before Wilder sparred David Haye, and I seen there's a video that leaked in. Looked like David Haye buckled Deontay Wilder, right? It's a famous video. You can find it if you search for it, I'm sure. And the Klitschko sparring was before that, before he was in the Haye camp and sparring with Haye. So it's like, I don't know the exact year. Let's say 2010. 7 years later, it just now comes out he got knocked out. Seems kind of weird, because I remember hearing about Anthony Joshua getting knocked out in sparring probably 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago maybe, against David Price, right? And last year or this year, one of the two, it came out, David Price said it again. He's like, I knocked out Anthony Joshua. I was a novice pro or whatever he said, and he was still coming up through the ranks, and I knocked him out, right? Tyson Fury, he says Joshua gave him some work, and he didn't know Joshua when they sparred. He didn't know how good he was, and he maybe underestimated him. And he was like, wow, you know what I mean? I had to get it together, right? I heard that Daniel Du Bois, who's a recent turned pro, looking, you know what I mean, looking like a wrecking ball, heard he knocked Joshua out or down in sparring or whatever. But the point being is, when you hear these stories, sometimes you hear them years before it actually comes out and surfaces what happened, right? We heard about not even just heavyweights. We heard about Errol Spence possibly giving Floyd Mayweather the black eye, right? Floyd looked like he had a shiner, right? We heard about that. We heard about Errol Spence knocking Broner out, making Broner cry, or whatever the situation was when they sparred. And then recently on the reveal, Showtime's The Reveal with Errol Spence, he said, now what happened with you and Broner? Did you knock him out? Did the fight have to be stopped? And Errol Spence confirms that. So that's my whole point. All of these situations, at least from my perspective, I'd hear the rumblings of the rumor years before, and then later it comes out. I'm talking about Broner, Paulie Malignaggi, Broner, Gavin Reese. I heard about the Errol Spence sparring back then, way back then, right? And then it just now came out, like, oh, okay, Errol Spence, I guess, did stop him, or the sparring had to be stopped. Freddie Roach did interviews years ago where he was like, he said, I was there and I seen Broner get his ass kicked. You know what I mean? He was there and he said he's seen it. So to me, can't say it's true or false, but to me, it's weird that I've never heard anybody talk about it. Up until, I never even heard Klitschko talk about it. You know what I mean? Up until this Johnny Nelson interview. So again, I can't say it's true or false, but I can say from my perspective, it does seem odd that me covering boxing and just being up on my shit and in tune with it, I've never heard that Klitschko knocked out Joshua, or excuse me, Klitschko knocked out Wilder twice in sparring. And it seems like Klitschko that was before the Tyson Fury loss, when they sparred and everything. Klitschko was a champion. And it seems like that would have come out. It would be hard to keep that mum and keep that a secret. To me, that's just my perspective. But you guys be the judge. Wilder gave his presentation of what happened, and he said he sees the bitch in Johnny Nelson. That's between them. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. So you guys let me know what you believe to be the truth. Could it be Johnny Nelson just kind of siding with his countrymen? Which happens, because like Canelo versus Amir Khan, Johnny Nelson was like, yeah, he was making it sound like Amir Khan had a great chance, and I just didn't see that. Mainly because of the size difference. If they're naturally, if Khan was a bit more durable, they were naturally the same size, no rehydration clause or a catch weight, maybe. But you know what I mean? So it could be a situation of just a countryman riding with his fellow mate, you know what I mean, Anthony Joshua, I haven't heard anything. Deontay Wilder gave his version and accounts of what happened. You guys let me know what you believe happened. All I know is Wilder versus Joshua is brewing, and that's the fight I want to see. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.